Right. Thank you all for coming again. Je m'appelle Chamirai Charles Nyabeze. Je suis le Network Director pour la MICA Network. And aujourd'hui, c'est un grand jour pour l'industrie minière. Okay, that's all the French you're going to get. All right, so, and welcome again, Chamirai Charles Nyabeze, Network Director for the MICA Network. Alan is looking at me, probably saying, "You're speaking too fast, Charles." So I'll try and slow down. Thank you, Douglas, for the presentation. Again, our MICA Network, from a really high level, we really want to connect the innovation ecosystem across this country and globally, because we truly believe that, by connecting the innovation ecosystem, we can accelerate innovation into the mining industry. How we came up with these 4 technical themes was through an investigation, looking at the trends that the mining industry was facing and going through, looking at the global trends affecting the mining industry. And that's how we came up with recognizing that we have a productivity challenge in our industry. Productivity gains are not going up, they're actually going negative, which means that our productive capacity is going down, so we need technologies to fix that problem. We realize that the mining industry is a bit of an energy hog, especially when you look at comminution, the process of grinding that rock down, breaking down to size. Lots of energy is being spent there. We need to reduce the energy consumption of the industry. The mining industry needs to become more smart, right? More digitally enabled. We all know there's emerging tools that can make mining better that are all digitally enabled. And also, less people underground means more autonomous systems. So the mining industry needs to get smarter overall. And then again, the environment. We all know that we cannot continue to mine the way we did in the past. So we have to have a special focus on the environment to make sure that we're not causing problems to the industry that are long-term liabilities for future generations. And again, the MICA Network is really looking to get innovations to a place where they can be adopted and actually utilized within operations. So that's why we focus sometimes on the TRL level 5+. Douglas mentioned earlier on that we have 6 main partners from across the country. One of the most beautiful things about our country is that we have all kinds of mining here, right? So if you look from the West Coast, British Columbia, and you move all the way towards the East Coast, all types of mining are represented, right? We've got oil sands, we've got soft rock mining, potash, uranium, we've got precious metal mining, base metal mining, open pit mines, and we've got underground mines. So our mining ecosystem across this country represents all of mining. And the reason why we have these six main partners is we wanted to have a regional representation in all these different parts of the country. In terms of performance of the MICA Network, really super exciting. We did secure $40 million, as Douglas mentioned, from the government of Canada. And today we will have allocated $29 million into 50 projects. If you look on my right-hand side, there's 16 projects that we've funded on my right side, and on the left side here, you can see there's 24 projects we've funded. And today we're going to be adding 10 more to that, making it 50. Nice round number. We would have mobilized a total of $159 million in capital through the 50 projects. And we did do 3 calls for proposals. So call number 1, we've got 16 projects. Call number 2, we've got 24. And call number 3, we'll have 10 additional ones to add to that. And to date, we've done about 210 events across the country, which means we're getting out there, the brand is getting out there. And we currently have 115 plus members, of which 7 of them are mine operators, and I'll be sharing that with you in a moment, who they are, those mine operators. Some of you have been asking me, Charles, how can we get in front of mining companies? Well, talk to the team, Lorelei, Kyle, and myself, and Alain, and we'll be able to make some introductions for you to mining companies once we get to know you a little bit better and what exactly your value proposition is. We have identified 296 projects from across the country to date. And unfortunately, we're only able to fund 50 of them. So we have been able to identify technology projects that are going to make mining better. And obviously, we need to do something about that so we don't leave that shortfall. To date, we've been able to identify over $500 million of potential projects from across the country. And so we're looking forward to finding ways to fund that access that we're unable to support right now. And we have 9 international agreements right now, of which Alain is leading that global piece. And look, why must we go global? Because our technologies need to find homes outside of Canada as well. The market for our technologies is a lot bigger out there. So this is why we need to reach out globally and create those pathways. Our 7 mining company members right now, as you see here, Vale, Glencore, Teck, BHP, Nutrien, and our latest, newest members are New Gold and IAM Gold. Again, you can see from the types of mining companies here that we are truly representing all kinds of mining in our network. And I mentioned global outreach. You can see from the flags here where we are going, where we've been, and where we're going next. So we are going to go to Sweden, Finland, France, DRC, and Brazil next. And again, just to reiterate, we are creating soft landing opportunities for emerging solutions in the global mining industry. A few more numbers for you. Again, I mentioned that I don't know if I mentioned this, but we have had 286 applications come in to our network so far from 204 unique applicants. Again, I mentioned the number, $647 million. The request for MICA funding to date has been $176 million. That's how much we've been asked for. But guess how much we have? 30 million available. Ask 176. So you can see that Canada has a lot of technologies that can be mobilized. We have received 123 full applications, 50 projects obviously we're funding. And of the 50 projects, again, just to reiterate, $159 million is the total value of the funds that we have in that 50 projects. And again, we're allocating $29 million. You can see that we are unable to fulfill the demand. So again, Canada is being told by Canadians that we have this momentum of innovations that need to be mobilized. Jumping on to CFP number 3, which stands for Call for Proposal number 3, just to show you what the competition was. So of the 10 that are being awarded here today, 97 came in total from across Canada. And we were able to narrow that down to 10 applications. And you can see from the spread where those technology projects are coming from. I know that, Ontario and BC have a bit of a lion's share when it comes to technology projects. Again, representative of just the status quo of how the industry is shaping right now and where the technologies are coming from. But there are technologies coming out of other parts of Canada that we're trying to also identify and mobilize. Here is our 3 calls for proposals summarized. Again, I mentioned that number, $159 million. $29 million is what we're giving out. And you can see the spread of the technology projects from across different parts of Canada. One thing I want to really bring up here is that across Eastern Canada, we've mobilized, allocated $3.7 million. And in Ontario and Quebec, $14.4 million. And then when you look at the Western Canada, $8.8 million. This is very significant if you look at how the provincial entities themselves are supporting innovation into the mining industry. So that's a little bit about MICA, a bit of an overview. Now we're going to move on to the more exciting piece of the presentation, where we're going to be announcing our 10 projects. So what I'm going to ask is, Master Douglas Morrison to come up. And when I announce your name of your company, I'm going to ask you to come up and shake Douglas's hand. And you're going to receive the special edition MICA books that are obviously with the MICA logo here. And you'll be able to use this for your notes.